Live in the afternoon, it's Courtney! Does she know that she's here? But look at those ankle socks. Hey, I want your money. Give me your money. I want your money. I need to learn how to read. I'm so keep I like jostled my bosoms out of place. I did not do it! That sounds like me when I play the recorder. You can't tell the difference, can you? But being gay. Hello, everybody, and welcome. You are watching, I believe it's episode 63, I don't really know, of Babbling, Courtney Brooke, where we just do whatever we feel like doing in the moment. So, one moment. There's a dog being a dog. There she is. Hi, honey. Oh, you're so cute. You're so pooped. Yes. If you didn't know, she was laying on the floor staring at me, trying to guilt trip me for not paying attention to her, but she didn't want to come close enough for me to pick her up. And that, my friends, is cricket in a nutshell. Now, excuse me, Tab, I told you. So let's just sit here in silence while I catch my breath for a moment. Hold on a second. I hate it when you feel like you're not necessarily out of breath, but you just kind of need a deep breath. But you're sort of like, okay, I'm just gonna like breathe. And then it just feels like it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Does anyone else experience that? I feel like I experience that quite often. Well, maybe not that often. Anyway, who fucking cares? I have a few things on the docket today. So let me just pull up all the stuff that I saved because all right. We already got a super chat from KJ Fury. Thank you, KJ Fury. $5 admission fee. Well, thank you. Do we have admission fees now? Speaking of which, a couple of people, since the new rules were put into place, did get blocked. So if there are people whining and crying about not seeing any of my streams or not being able to speak in my chat, let them know that they owe me $10,000 and they owe Zia $5,000. It's one thing if you're going to throw a tantrum at me personally because of I did nothing, but don't be fucking disrespecting my friends. No, that makes me so mad. Don't be throwing a tantrum in my friend's chat because of me. And again, both of these people that I'm thinking about, I did nothing to them. Nothing. I was actually nice to them. So anyway, I don't play that shit. Okay? I'm not a mother. All right? Especially not a mother to 12-year-old girls, so stop fucking acting like it. On that note, let's say hello. Hello, Sa. Hi. And Zulma Cool. Hello. Michael Coulter. Thank goodness I made it. Hi, Courtney, you beautiful blondie. You could be an actress if you wanted to. Could I? K-Max McDonald, hello. And another hello from Zoom. Cool. And happy Monday. Hello, KJ Fury. Hello. And AV Tom. Hello. AV Tom, I am so sorry. I've been dangling a movie watch along carrot in your face for a little while. I gotta get into it. I like one thing I do struggle with is like making sure that I have to make the promise and I have to make it in like decent enough time. Cause when I'm like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. Let's do it. Like there have been a couple of Saturdays where I've been able to do it, but it wasn't until like way late on Friday that I'm like, oh shit, I didn't like say anything to anybody. And I'm like, that's only fair to like give at least like a day in advance notice. So I'm gonna try and make it at least one Saturday this month. But also, I do plan on activating memberships sometime in the near future. Because guess what, you guys? I received my first payment from YouTube. So now that I can confirm that they are paying me, I would like to also put in, start doing memberships. And I think I talked about it before, but like being able to do like a stream and then switch over to members only, and then having two different tiers for that. So like one tier, we'll do that for like once a month. And then another tier will do it at least like once a week, and then maybe doing just a members only stream for the higher tier, something like that. I need to work out some of the logistics for it. And then also, speaking of Zia and members only content, so somebody DM'd me and said that that Ted Kaczynski did nothing wrong. So of course, like, this person clearly watched the Zia's stream on Friday that I was on, saying Ted Kaczynski did nothing wrong. What did he say? Hold on. And no, I'm not going to interact with this because no. Ted Kaczynski did nothing wrong. Read Individual Society and Its Future. First of all, it's industrial society and its future. Secondly, that was his manifesto that he wrote telling the law enforcement why he was doing the bad things. Because last I checked, when you're sending explosives in the mail, that's highly illegal and also very immoral. Unless the person harmed a child, it is very immoral to kill a person. Yeah. The only exception, I mean, for the most part, the only like no questions asked whatsoever exception is if the person harmed a child. So otherwise, he sent bombs to innocent people and killed. I mean, thankfully he was bad at making bombs, and so of the like hundreds and hundreds of people that he attempted to kill, only 3 passed away, but still that was 3 too many with his wild antics. But also another thing that makes this person very dumb is a little bit of research would have shown you that I fucking own that book and I read it on stream, for Christ's sake. Or what is wrong with what? What are these morals you speak of? Oh, the personal conviction that tells you not to harm children is one. Vengeance Demon. Hi, pew, pew, pew. Great at writing, sucked at bomb making. I don't even know if he was that good at writing. The beginning of that book, he knocked it out of the park. Excellent. But he lost me very early on. He really just whined and cried a lot about people that he was essentially jealous of. And here's the thing is, like, his personal convictions, when it came to like why he was upset, like, I agree with him. Like, I agree with him. I don't think that his solution was a correct solution. I don't think that his answer to what was going on was the actual answer. Okay. Like, that's the thing, is that I don't agree with, I guess pun intended here, with his execution. No, I don't agree with his solution there. I also think though that it was, the government's fault, and I think we know why. MK Ultra. Anyway, more super chats. Zoom cool with $4.99. Did I give that noise to KJ Fury? If I didn't, I'm so sorry. I just realized. $4.99 cover charge. Yes, everybody pay an admission fee. KX McDonald with the $10. Courtney, streamer Amaranth posted fighting off 3 armed robbers begging for crypto. Did you hear about this? High profile streamers seem to be in as much danger as celebrities now. The last sentence, KMax, actually is not correct, because she was showing off her crypto wallet online. Like, she was bragging about the millions of dollars that she made through crypto, and was like showing it, like showing evidence of the money, she put herself in the line of danger. So you did. Okay. Whew. I just look, I don't want anybody feeling left out. Okay. Now, I say keep as much of that stuff private as you possibly can. Like, always act like a poor. You know what? And here's the thing. I don't even act like a poor. I just am a poor, but yeah, pretend like you're super poor all the time. Cuz here's the thing is like we can look at numbers all we want, like, oh my god, this person has this many subscribers, this person gets this many super chats, blah 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 blah. But at the end of the day, like, I mean, I maybe it's just me, like I'm not calculating the money that you make, right? And so like I can look at Zia and be like, okay, yeah, she has some spicy sites where those have to be making money. Look at her gazongas; those things are awesome. Like, there's no way in hell that this like a beautiful woman with amazing gazongas and all these cute outfits and bikinis, all this stuff isn't like a bajillionaire. But she talks about like every once in a while, like, yeah, there are certain things that like I just can't afford. She has to save up for a friggin' hernia surgery, for crying out loud. And that's, to me, sounds insane. Because if you ask me, she really should be on an amaranth level. Hello, look at her. Dirt, 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 dirt. But I really do think that we need to get her a hot tub. That's going to change the game for her a lot. And summertime, we definitely need to incorporate like a little kiddie pool and trampoline in her super chat goals, because homegirl will be a billionaire and she deserves it. But I mean, there's so many people out there though. Like, you look at subscriber count and all this stuff, and like for instance, there's a girl right now, like she does like MLM content, like she talks about like different scams and stuff like that. And her subscriber count, I haven't looked at it in a long time, but last I checked, it was the exact same as Chrissy's. And this girl was like, I mean, basically, it seems like she's rolling in money. Like, she had enough money to get like a whole other podcast, and like she has like staff that she pays, like more than just like one editor. Like, she has people who like do research for her. She pays a manager to like handle sponsorships and stuff like that. And so I would think like, oh yeah, like her channel and Chrissy's channel make the exact same money, but somehow it's not really the case. Not that Chrissy isn't making money. It just seems like this girl's like a gajillionaire in comparison. Like, she's like, oh yeah, I have a bunch of staff, right? Like, not like, because Chrissy has fealty, right? Now, granted, she and Frank are probably way different with their money than this other person is, so that's probably part of it. But I could never guess how much either one of those people makes. Right? Like, I don't know. I would just assume it's the same, but the way that they're like handling their money, or way like their channels are going and stuff like that, it just seems like maybe not. Who are, I don't know, like there's just like a lot of other like different channels that you look at that you look at that they're different numbers, and I don't know why am I going on this tangent anyway. I was talking about Zia needing to be on Amaranth's level, which she should be. I don't know. I haven't ever watched Amaranth's content, so I don't know what she's like, but I think that, just I'm being biased here, Zia is a lot more charming. They don't have anything you don't. Yeah, I know. I don't even really remember exactly where I was going on with that. It's just like, essentially, yeah, pretend to be a poor. Because let's be real. As I was making those comparisons, Chrissy and Frank are probably bajillionaires, and we just don't know it because they're different with their money. Maybe they just pretend like all we have is a fealty and that's it. And they actually do have a whole production that I don't know about. I don't fucking know. But at the end of the day, all I'm saying is don't put yourself out there as a target. I think like Amaranth made that's just such a stupid move. Here's the thing, I'm an idiot. I'm not very smart. Okay. I'm kind of dumb. And I have to like make a lot of decisions on my own. Okay. And I'm gonna tell you right now, there's no fucking way in hell. If I had millions of dollars, I'm not telling any of you fuckers. Sorry, love you dearly, but no, I'm not telling any of you. I think there's one person in the chat I might tell, and that's only because is he here? I thought I saw him. Yeah, there you are. It's only because I would basically pay him to go off the grid and then be my back end person. Other than that, none of you are knowing. I'm sorry, but I don't know you well enough to trust your asses to keep it a secret. Okay. Tim Pool sure has a lot of staff, and oh my god, the sounds like they do absolutely nothing. All right. So first, I want to play this. Hold on a second. Excuse me, settings. What is happening here? Thank you. But also, what did I like? What's happening with my sound? Can you guys hear that? Because right now I cannot. So let me try one more time. Also share sound. Okay. StreamYard was being rather bizarre earlier. So you tell me if you can hear it. And oh, cricket. Can anybody hear that? Is anyone going to answer me about whether or not you can hear it? Because this is saying that you should be able to hear it. Hold on a second. I can hear it. Okay. Hold on one second. Hello. Thank you, Russell Hall. You're so kind. Can you hear me now? Fart. All right. Okay, testing. 1, 2, 3. Somebody tell me if you can hear me. Okay. That was fun. Yeah. So it all started when I would listen to stuff on my phone. Like I'd have like a YouTube video playing or whatever. And I have a pair of earbuds that are like old as shit. And one of them I accidentally still had in my ear when I got into the shower. And I didn't realize it until like I bumped it and it was like power off. And I was like, oh my God. So, I mean, granted, it didn't take long because it was like as soon as I got into the shower. So, and I didn't like douse it or anything. So I took it out, let it air dry, whatever. Um, and that one has a really hard time like charging, like quickly. It takes forever. So a lot of times what'll happen is I'll have to switch back and use one of these earbuds. And I guess when I did that, it messed something up. And so I couldn't hear anything for some reason when I was playing stuff on my computer, even though I disconnected it from my phone and was using my old earbuds. But I restarted my phone and now I can hear again. Yay. I hope it still works. It does. It just takes forever for that earbud to charge. And since they're already so old, they're already like they already have a hard time holding a charge for a while. And like I say they're so old, but they're only 2 years old. Or no, 3 years old, if that. So like, but oh well. All right. Hit play and I'm not even sharing the screen. So, okay, I've decided though. Yay. Oops. I need a duck and some bongos now. Okay, is Michael Coulter playing jokes on me or am I muted again? Only 3 years. Yeah, 3 years isn't very long for a pair of earbuds. I'm just messing everything up today. Yay, yay, yay. Okay. Okay, we're going to watch one more cute video. Because this is really, like, really cute. This is so cute. And that is why I want to get a dog like a husky or something like that because I want a dog that will fucking sing along with me. Oh, also, I didn't even finish my Ted Kaczynski tangent. Wait, or did I? Yeah, essentially when it comes to memberships and stuff, I want to get I want to do like a reading series of Ted Kaczynski's manifesto where we finish the whole book. And then I want to get more books like that that might be considered more controversial. Like if I did it by O.J. Simpson. I need to get my hands on a copy of Mein Kampf, which is going to cost me almost as much as my car. But doing a members only reading series of those of books like that. So Cricket. It's so funny. They get like this special kind of tired after a walk. It's so cute. All right, and then we're gonna watch this real quick, because we all saw the meeting between President Trump, Vice President Vance, and Zelensky, and we all saw that final 10 minutes that really just caused a stir with some people. Well, I found this version of it, and I have to say it's my favorite.
Influence. You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it. From the very beginning of the war. You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now, you don't. You're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. Influence. You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it. From the very beginning.
That one was my favorite one. There was the Uno reverse, or the game of Uno that we watched on Simpcast the other night. Well, I wasn't there, but I was watching. Also a funny version. But that one was my favorite. Playing Risk. Russell Hall with the $2. Mein Kampf is on the Internet Archive. Well, send it to me, Russell Hall. My Twitter DMs are open for no fucking reason because people want to DM me weird shit like, hey, read the book that you read to prove that I'm wrong or something. Anyway, yeah, my DMs on Twitter are open. Send it to me. How? Lisa Roberts, what's up, girl? Yes, we're finally getting some more ladies in the house here. Okay, Rupert. Hello, Rupert. Clownsky, you mean? Oh, well, thank you. He cares not for his people as a true leader. As a true leader would do anything to avoid losing more of his countrymen and now countrywomen. Yeah, absolutely. I think so. A lot of people were trying to point out, like, because there was a reporter, which also I think it's so stupid that people are like, Trump asked him why he wasn't wearing a suit. No, that's not Donald Trump. How do you not know who the fuck Donald Trump is by now? When that reporter asked, why aren't you wearing a suit? And people were trying to argue like, oh, he's standing in solidarity with his people. Excuse me? If he stood in solidarity with his people, he wouldn't be leaving his country. Hello? He would be fighting the war with them. He wouldn't be allowing them to go through the shit that they're going through. Are you serious? He stands in solidarity with his people by not wearing a suit? I'm sorry, but if you stood in solidarity with your people while you're begging countries for money, you would be as presentable as fucking possible when begging countries for money so that you could prove to them that you have enough respect for them to be in their presence the way that you are. Are you kidding me? You don't stand in solidarity with your people. So, Rupert, yeah, you're right. Clownsky, I apologize. But just because you're not wearing a suit, that doesn't mean that you're standing with anybody. Let's not forget how many billions were lost, or how many of those billions were lost. Dude, and that's another thing too, is like, you are going around purchasing multiple properties. Like, how many yachts and mansions and all this does he have? He doesn't stand in solidarity with anybody. You wouldn't have that kind of money. And you wouldn't be using it that way if you stood in solidarity with your people. Russell Hall with the $5. Sorry, sometimes I forget that not only are you blonde, you're also a woman. Google after me. Mein Kampf Internet Archive. You can just cut and paste. Shut up, Russell. Oh, man. Oh, the attitude on this guy. But he gives me money, so now I'm like, ugh, you know, what are you gonna do? Just Russell. See, what I'm gathering from this is that he himself cannot find it, and so he can't send it to me. Anyway. Whatever. When I think about it, which I who knows when, I'll see if I can find it myself since Russell Hall is no help. Whoa. Now the UK Prime Minister is giving 1.6 billion for missile defense. As long as it's not us. I feel bad. I feel really bad for those people across the pond. Like, I've talked about this before where like they need to stop funding the royal family. Like I've said, you know, get rid of the royal family. I don't mean like to off them. That's no. But there's no reason for taxpayers to be funding the royal family's lifestyle. Absolutely no reason for them to be funding that. They don't do anything. They don't do anything for the people at all. Oh, they go to speaking events? Who cares? Celebrities do that. And yeah, I guess technically we pay them, but we pay them by choice, right? Like if I want to stream somebody's music, if I want to go watch a movie, if I want to watch a TV show, that's my choice. I pay for that like by my choice. It's not yanked out of my paycheck and then rubbed in my face. I actually, it's really funny. I got into a conversation, I guess like a somewhat of an argument with this dude I used to work with. It's really funny too, because they always say like if you weren't liberal when you were young, you don't have a heart, and if you aren't conservative when you're old, you don't have a brain. And this guy is like old enough, basically, like to be my dad, and he always would whine and complain about how like random things would come up when we were talking. Like one time he came up to me, I was drinking my sparkling water. He's like, that stuff's bad for your teeth. And I was like, yeah, everything's bad for everybody somehow. Like, I don't care. My dentist said my teeth are fine, so I don't care. And he was like, well, what about people who, and by the way, like I went to the dentist specifically because I wanted to get my wisdom teeth pulled. And I had a couple cavities to get filled. And this was like almost 5 years ago. And I think I went for a cleaning like once or twice after that. I haven't been since. But before that, I hadn't been to the dentist since I was like 9 when I had an abscess tooth taken out. And so, I said like I haven't been to the dentist in almost 30 years. And they're like, the whole time they're like, oh my God, how is this even possible? This is crazy. Holy smokes. Your mouth is, whatever you're doing is perfect. Keep it up. And that was when I like healed my mouth with hydrogen peroxide when like my gums were falling apart and stuff. So anyway, and I stopped using fluoride toothpaste. Anyway, so this guy, he was like, well, my son doesn't have a dentist. And so what is he supposed to do? And all I'm thinking is like, you're his fucking dad. Like, why can't you help him find a job that allows him insurance? Like this job that I'm working, like isn't even all that great, but like it has decent enough insurance that I can go to a doctor if I need to. Like, what the fuck? And he would always complain about that stuff. And I was saying, like, I don't think tax needs to be coming out of our paychecks at all. Like, if anything, if we're taxing anything, it should just be based on like what I'm buying. Like, and I used the bad example. I shouldn't have used this example, but I used the bad example of like, when I get gas, it goes towards the roads or whatever. But it like, obviously that's not the only thing you fucking purchase. But he like really drilled in like, well, you only put so much gas in your car. And so, that's only so much money that's going to go towards, the roads. And I was like, well, everybody gets gas for their cars. Like everyone does. But that's not the only thing that you can purchase that would go towards, a something. I'm just saying in general, like if I'm purchasing certain things, I won't buy certain things. I don't want that money going towards that. Like apparently, like when we started opening up marijuana stores in Washington State, like it was supposed to go to school funding. And, so again, like, okay, well, what if maybe I don't smoke marijuana, but I know people who do. And so maybe I would support that by purchasing marijuana and giving that as a gift to people who smoke pot, right? Like something to that effect where it's like, yeah, maybe there are chances where people aren't even going to buy that stuff, but maybe they would as a gift for somebody else if they support funding that. And he kept saying like, well, what, people only buy certain things, blah, blah. I'm like, that's the point. First of all, that's the point is like, I don't want my money going towards a certain thing. I would much rather like donate money to that specific thing that I think is important, or make purchases that would go towards that. I don't want it to just immediately be taken out of my paycheck and then go to like whatever without my consent. But like his whole thing just fell apart because I was like, okay, well, by your logic then with, well, you don't buy a lot of gas. You only have to put so much gas in your car. I go, okay, by your logic, then I need a big ass raise because they need a shit ton of money from me. And if I'm only making $50,000 or so a year, obviously I need to be making 200,000 if the government needs more money from me, right? So this makes no sense. Like I need to make more money to give to the government if you think that they desperately need me to spend all my money on them. I'm still of the belief, like, yeah, I don't think that it should just be, if we're going to even have taxing in general, it should be at least by choice to a degree, right? Like I'm still going to be buying stuff anyway. And so if it's going to get taxed, then that's when it goes to like specific government programs. I agree, Courtney. That's why voters shouldn't vote for use taxes or bonds. Good to know. See, I'm like, I don't even fully understand all of that. But I mean, and even then, like, there's probably there's probably some flaws to my argument there too. I don't even think it's perfect. And a lot of the stuff that I think like might be a good idea is all very beginning stage stuff where it's like, if we were to even consider this, like, think outside of the box, this is just very beginning stage. I love how Courtney explains her point of view without needing to use expensive words, being accessible to all. She's clearly quite intelligent. Well, fun fact, Rupert, that's very sweet of you. This also could be a backhanded compliment, but who knows? I forget what words I'm trying to use as I'm speaking a lot. Like sometimes I get really actually like embarrassed because I completely forget a word. One time I remember talking about getting more pillowcases and I forgot the word. I called them pillow sheets. That's neat. One time I remember, this sticks out in my mind so much because I feel like such an idiot. It was on an episode of Simpcast when Star Wars Theory was on there and he was being so nice. He was like, oh, what did everyone do today? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, I made some steaks. And he was like, oh, were they good? And I was trying to say like, look, I'm no chef. Right. Like, because steak is like a very particular situation, right? So I'm like, I'm no chef. But I found it to be really delicious. But instead, I completely forgot the word chef. I forgot what I was saying. I don't know, panicked. And I was like, I'm not going to a restaurant trying to serve this or like I just got so out of control and was like struggling to try and just say like I'm no chef, but I thought it was good. and this is the first time I finally got to clear that up, and I don't think anybody involved watching or in the conversation or anything remembers it but me. So Scottish Ranger. Okay, kids, first lesson, how to get stoned. I did find it to be rather interesting that that was what was being proposed. I was like, oh yeah, if we marijuana purchases like purchases through like marijuana dispensaries are going to go towards school funding. I do kind of like that idea though, is like, okay, this might be something recreational and something that we would not teach the kids to use, but this could go to funding to like properly educate kids. Like we had DARE programs when I was a little kid. I've talked about before, like I remember the other night on Zia's channel, I was talking about like the whole like, I think I talked about my channel too. The where the like fire expert person came in and they had the manufactured home out in the parking lot and we had to crawl through the fake fire, the house that was on fake fire. And but we had to learn about like changing batteries and smoke detectors, how to make sure that it's still functioning, like how to test them and stuff like that, ways to prevent fires, how to use a fire extinguisher, all that stuff. And so like if I were to be spending my money on something that went towards having experts coming in and uh discussing with the class like specific things, like we had people coming from the utility district, the utility company, and teaching us about like uh how to properly screw in and unscrew light bulbs, um how to properly unplug and unplug devices, because like they were saying, like don't pull from a distance, like don't yank on the cord, you have to grab by the plug, and like the further away you pull, further down the cord that you pull, the more you can like stretch it and break it. And like certain things like, no toaster baths, if you're plugging stuff in, it needs to be away from water sources and stuff like that. Like, all sorts of stuff. Like, I fully am all on board with that and would be more likely to go and make purchases on things that I wouldn't normally buy, if it meant it was going towards that type of funding. And so I don't know. I feel, because I think that taxation, I think that there is a point where I guess taxation is necessary. Maybe, I mean, where we're at in society, I don't think we can just take away all taxation. However, I think that a way of like dramatically reducing it and making it a lot more fair to the people, would be something like that. I really need to get one of those seat cushions that are specific for a chair. This setup is not going to work. They're not going to last forever. No toaster baths. Yeah, no toaster baths. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. Yanking on the cord makes Jesus cry. It can. Isabella Live, what's up? Courtney, I'm an occupational health and safety officer on the board of Ontario, Canada. And see, like you could probably go in and teach a lesson to young people based on the stuff that you know, right? And having a specific tax program that would fund that, I think, would be way better than what's going on now, especially in Canada. Holy crap, Canada. K-Max McDonald with $5. Courtney, did you tweet earlier that Casey Anthony body cam footage will be today's topic? The left embraces her now for the LGBTQ support. Yes, I actually have that video pulled up. Oh my God, we're almost an hour in and we haven't gotten anywhere near it. Because there were a couple of things that I was going to touch on first, and now I'm realizing this next one. Okay, we're gonna do this real quick, just so that we can there's two other topics that I had in mind as well, outside of this particular one. But I'm gonna do this real quick. Hello, full screen. Why aren't we? Oh, I don't think you can full screen. Hello. Okay, so some terrible news to ruin your day. Carl Dean, Dolly Parton's husband of over 60 years, passed away yesterday. My heart breaks for this woman. I have to say, I don't think anybody has ever known a love like they have. I like the way that she would speak about him. I would always think like, "Careful, lady, you're gonna get hurt." Like they loved each other dearly, dearly, and so this is just absolutely devastating. Now, granted, 82 years old. That's a pretty full life, I would say. I think that's I mean that's a good solid life. Um, And it makes me happy to know that this man who gave America's queen such a happy life was able to live a happy and fulfilled life for so long. But it, no matter what, it's still just so sad. And I'm just really sad for Dolly because she loved that man so much. I've never heard of anybody loving a person as much as she loved Carl Dean. My heart. I always assumed she was a lesbian. That is weird. Somebody has never heard the American classic, Jolene, 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 Jolene. Elon Musk should have a baby with Casey Anthony. Yikes, K-Max. What the fuck? Casey Anthony, that's the chick that killed her husband. No, she killed her daughter. And so, I mean, I guess in a way, I mean, this is really upsetting, but I guess in a way, when that one ends up losing her life, we can guarantee that she would end up in prison for it this time. But now, does anybody know who this idiot is? I've only heard of him because of random like shenanigans on the internet. Josh Cedar. So apparently this guy was like on like The Bachelor or something like that. He came out as like bi, and then he did his whole fake stunt of pretending to be trans. Which that whole thing, I can't believe that there were people out there that thought that he was serious because first of all, he never like wore a wig or anything like that, but his interviews that he did were on Alex Stein's show, for crying out loud. I mean, hello, satire, dirt, dirt. So this is his second hoax, his second death hoax, you guys. So there was an announcement, I guess a few years back, where he claimed, let's see here, what was it? The community note was, oh, here it is. Okay, there we go. So it says here, Josh Cedar's social media accounts have falsely claimed to be reporting his death in the past, including December 2023, and this claim has not been reported or confirmed by any reputable sources. So this was on February 19th, where it says, on the morning of February 18th, Josh was found unresponsive in the pool of his hotel suite in Monterrey, Mexico. Paramedics arrived to discover Josh in cardiac arrest. We are unsure of the cause of this event at this time and will continue to update the public as we receive new information. The team. What's the team? Now, yesterday, I'm so mad I didn't screenshot this. Yesterday, he was posting about Casey Anthony. And so myself and Mike Harlow both replied to him. And now the post is gone. But like I actually replied and said, this is still your pinned comment. Post was deleted by the author. So now I'm like, well, shit. How do those web sleuths find a deleted tweet? Because Dang it. So if anybody knows how to unearth that, I'd like to know, because he was tweeting about Casey Anthony yesterday, and I think I'm just going to tell you something. So this guy is clearly faking his death again for some reason. I think Scott Pressler knows something. I don't know. I can't explain it, but I think Scott Pressler knows something. Hold on a second. You little pathetic goof. I love you. I love you. So, big stretch. That one's short but sweet, but Josh Cedar is a liar. Okay. I'll do this one later. I'll do this one another time. There was one other thing that I was going to go over, but I just feel like we all know what everyone's here for. And so, anyway, we all know what you're here for. Casey Anthony. So Casey Anthony, the reason why I'm even bothering to talk about her right now is because she decided to start a TikTok. And apparently she already has a big following. I don't use TikTok. I don't care. And I also think she is a horrible person who should be in prison. Now, a couple years ago. Oh, anyway, sorry. So everybody's talking about her and they're all sharing the same video over and over again. She wants attention. Okay. And if that's what she wants, then we're going to give it to her. But we're not going to watch her stupid TikTok video claiming to be a legal advocate or whatever, claiming to be advocating for her daughter. And I'm going to advocate for myself. Honey, how? What do you mean advocate for yourself? There's nothing to advocate for. You got away with murdering your child. Allegedly. My opinion. There's nothing for her to legally advocate for. She lied to the police about like all of the details of the case of her daughter dying. She lied about being abused. She lied about where her daughter was, where her daughter was staying, where the nanny lived, like all that shit. She lied about all of it. And I'm supposed to believe that there's something there for her to advocate for? That's absolutely insane. You talk about that dumb bitch, Casey Anthony? Yes. So instead of watching her stupid video where she's trying to get people to subscribe to her Substack and all this crap, we're going to watch the body cam video of the time that a woman threw a drink on her because Casey was sleeping with her boyfriend. Oh, yeah. And it's funny how it only took her 30 seconds to call the police in this situation, but it took her 31 days to call the police, and she didn't even call the police when her daughter was fucking missing. All right, here we go. Yet again, I can't hear shit. What is going on here? Hold on. 1 second. Do 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 do. This is bizarre. Hold on. What is the deal here? Why? Is Mercury in retrograde? She legally changed her name, did she not? I don't know. She claims to still go by Casey Anthony, if I remember correctly. What is going on? All the planets were aligned last week. Yeah, but what's going on? I don't normally have these tech issues. Is Mercury in retrograde? Well, then what's the tech issue? No, January 9th. Sir, it is March 4th. I think it's probably going to be in retrograde soon. March 15th. Okay. Yeah. So it's in, what do they call it? Like retrograde, like shadow or something like that, where you start to feel the effects of it. Let me. Nope. All right. Let's see if this works. Because it started to work. Nope. Apparently it will not work. Why? Well, this is dumb. All right, hold on a second. This is really weird. You watch this. I forgot that Jonathan Davis beatboxed and scatted in Freak on a Leash. Does anybody remember this? Go! That guy became a millionaire from that, by the way. Hold on a second. No? Really? Hold on a second. I forgot that Jonathan Davis beatboxed and scatted in Freak on a Leash. Does anybody remember this? That guy became a millionaire from that, by the way. Here I am doing that for free, and homie was getting millions of dollars to do that on stage every night. But like, seriously, how come we didn't talk about that more? Jonathan Davis is over here with his dreadlocks. Okay, I'm a little annoyed. Hold on. Okay.
Outside over there.
Oh, okay. So, want to hear something really stupid? The video was just muted at first. Sometimes the first 30 seconds of police body cam is silent. I'm annoyed because I'm realizing more and more that, oh, it was just muted at first. Lounge Singer, hello. All right, so Boo Earns. That's how I feel right now. Okay, let's watch this. So this is muted right now. Whoops. So what we're doing is we're following this cop into this bar right now. Casey Anthony got a drink thrown at her, and this cop has to respond to this childish nonsense.
Hi. Can I file an incident report? Sure, what happened? So I'm still wet. I got a drink thrown at me. This girl has been harassing me for a while. I have her cell phone number. Okay. Do you know her name?
This girl's been harassing me for a while. I have her cell phone number. Oh, really? That's weird. Why do you have her cell phone number?
This girl has been harassing me for a while. I have her cell phone number. Okay. Do you know her name? Yeah. Okay. And what happened? She verbally assaulted me, but physically assaulted me with witnesses. I'm still damp from the drink she threw at me.
Okay. This, just right there, what happened? She verbally assaulted me and she physically assaulted me with witnesses. Honey, what happened? That means nothing. Who approached who? What was said? Who assaulted for who first? Like, she really assaulted me. We don't care about verbal assaults. Also, stupid. She physically assaulted me. Okay, I know. That's why you called. Duh. It's not these people. You're very bad at this.
But physically assaulted me with witnesses. I'm still damp from the drink she threw at me. And why did she throw a drink at you? We had a verbal altercation outside. Outside over there? Yeah. And elaborate, like what happened? I dated the same person for a couple years.
We dated the same person for a couple of years.
Whether they're together or not together, she got upset that he had texted me. I let her know that he had. And
Oh, I know exactly what this is. She knew that she was that the other girl was in a relationship already, and so she decided to let that girl know.
She got upset that he
essentially as a way to like piss on her territory.
texted me. I let her know that he had, and she came inside and threw a drink at me. Okay, do you have your ID with you? Yes.
Listen, if I got a message from somebody that my partner, my boyfriend or husband or whatever was with another woman, that woman was like, yeah, so like you're I'm just now finding out that this dude I'm with has a lady. Wait, hold on. I already like flip-flopped things. So some girl was like, hey, guess what? Your dude is with me right now at this place. My thought is more than likely going to be like solidarity. Like, oh shit, she's letting me know that he's cheating on me. I'm throwing the drink at him if I'm throwing a drink, right? Like, I'm assuming that she's trying to let me know that my dude is cheating on me, not rub it in my face that she's with him and I'm not. But we all know that the reason why the girl went and threw a drink at her was because Casey Anthony was taunting her. She wasn't trying to let her know as like a girl power thing.
Are you with him? No, he was one of the witnesses. Eli, all of these people were witnesses, unfortunately.
Go get him, Tiger. Let's do it, baby.
I try not to make a big deal of things, but she's been a problem in my life for 3 years. Have you tried?
So for 3 years, you've been sleeping with somebody else's boyfriend.
Been a problem in my life for 3 years. Have you tried? I've changed my phone number. She's moved near me. She's changed my phone number. It's been a repeated problem for several years. So this is the last. Have you tried doing a restraining order? No, this is the last. Yes, I have a witness.
You hear that? Have you tried a restraining order? No, this is a lot cheaper. What? Okay, so you're really like your safety really isn't at risk.
Have you tried doing a restraining order? No, this is the last. Yes, I have a witness to someone throwing a drink at me that I'm still wearing. I have several witnesses.
The whole like, oh my god, I'm still wet from the drink. That's just so, like so Jussie Smollett coded. It's so like leaving the noose or the rope around the neck. Oh my god, I'm still wet. Okay, we'll get a towel, stupid.
I apologize. I asked for non-emergency, but
My god.
And what's the lady's name?
It's just so funny how like she can be so flirty still in a moment of frustration. Like, oh, sorry, I like said non-emergency. Like,
I just made you walk for nothing.
like, girl, were you assaulted or no?
Because I wasn't gonna take it. You're good. I apologize. Because I was gonna take it. No, you gave me an attitude. I apologize. I said non-emergency. I swear, I said non-emergency. I said an incident report, non-emergency. It's my no. I apologize. And you know her number? You said it's.
I am telling you, I feel like
Give me just 1 second.
she's not. This actually kind of reminds me of that body cam video of the woman that called the police on her boyfriend because he was yelling and she just wanted to scare him. It's like the same thing. Like, you know that you're not in danger. You know that there's nothing going on that like it warrants calling the police. You're just doing this for attention.
hate to say it, Malcolm Allison, who's one of your sergeants, would be able to confirm her information. I don't want to get him involved. He's my ex, he's her ex. That's why all of this happened.
Oh, okay. And
But honey, you can feel.
what's her number? What's her number?
I do think it's actually really funny that this is, I think, the third time that she's asked for this woman's information, and for some reason is just now writing it down. Ma'am, but
Offhand, I don't know. I think that's what it is. I apologize.
You don't have it saved or anything?
I can send it back to you. If you can get me an incident report number, I can send it to you.
So you just need an incident report?
Yeah.
Give me one second.
If you can send that to me, I can send it to you.
I'll
That
give
would
you
be
a
no
case
problem.
card.
Yeah, no, I have it saved for stuff like this.
Why don't you file a restraining order?
I didn't have enough to file a restraining order. I had to have actual threats. Her texting was not enough. Her showing.
girl, how much do you think a restraining order costs? Because right now you're at a bar. Restraining orders they're not thousands of dollars. What?
Up where I was not enough. This is enough. In front of witnesses is enough.
So, my incident number?
Oh, did she mean like she didn't have enough like proof that shit was happening? I mean, fair, but there's still like orders of protection and stuff like that. Like you can get like temporary restraining orders in situations where maybe you don't have a lot of evidence, but like you just need somebody to stay away. Like there's other ways of getting around it that you don't necessarily have to have like a shit ton of evidence for it. So I don't know. I'm not falling for it, honey.
Is enough. In front of witnesses.
But she also did say that this is cheaper. So she mentioned that as well. It's like, honey, if you're actually not feeling safe and you need to be protected from somebody, you don't care how much it costs. You're going to do what you can to pay for it.
So, my incident number?
The owner of the establishment is sitting over here.
Look at her smiling.
Again, I apologize. I said non-emergency. Her friend was here. Several people that I've known for years are here as witnesses, if necessary. So I'm not trying to file a restraining order. I just want it to stop.
You know how you can get it to stop? File a restraining order. Here's an idea. What a
Witnesses,
lady.
if necessary. So I'm not trying to file a restraining order. I just want it to stop. And I know a restraining order at most is good for 6 months and it can go away.
No, that's not true.
We'll document the incident that happened. And I'll put it as verbal threats because you said that she keeps coming
No,
to
and you can tell she threw a drink at me.
But you should definitely, if you're being going through this first, you gotta follow up on it. So we can do.
No, I have multiple witnesses.
Here and like,
thank you.
she did nothing. This girl just came in.
So just enjoy your day, okay? Enjoy your night.
That's why I called non-emergency. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Take care.
Thanks.
Oh my God. I have to tell you, I would, if I was that cop, I'd be like, okay, we're going to punch all of you in the face now. Shut up. Everyone shut up. Yes. So that is the body cam footage of Casey Anthony, calling the police over a drink being thrown at her within seconds of it happening. Again, her daughter went missing, and how long did it take for her to call the police? She still hasn't called the police. Really? She still hasn't called the police. Her mom did. Her mom's calls to the police were actually kind of funny to listen to. I'm like, man, sorry. She First, she was trying to report Casey for stealing her car. And then she was like, I also need to report her, like my granddaughter missing or whatever. It was very bizarre to listen to. But that whole situation was actually super wild to think about. Like, she just ran out of gas and then just left her car somewhere. She didn't tell anybody anything. Like, that was a mess. But there we have it, you guys. Casey Anthony is more worried about a drink getting thrown on her than she is about a 2-year-old going missing. Morning Mayhem, what up? Waiting for her to go the route of OJ and write a book called If I Did It. Oh my God. Here's the thing. As much as I hate her and don't want to support her in the slightest, I have to say I want to read it. If she were to ever do that, I really do want to read it. Lounge singer, smart. Not only is she totally not a murderer, she's frugally minded too. What else do you need in a woman? I don't know. Frank S., what up? Was she a rat in prison too? Snitches get stitches. I don't know. Was she a rat in prison? I know that she like made a bunch of shit up about her dad and her brother abusing her. I think that's so disgusting. Because she never went to anybody to report that or anything, right? Like there's nothing. And she still to this day tries to say that both her brother and her dad sexually abused her. So gross. It's so disgusting. And like she has some weird claim of like she blacked out those memories until this happened and then suddenly she just remembered or whatever. It doesn't make any sense and it's really fucked up. Hello, McGuinevere. We just watched some body cam video footage of Casey Anthony reporting a drink getting spilled on her. Oh, it's just so funny because like there are dudes like the dudes out there that were like sticking up for her. It was just like, oh my, what? Do you not know who this woman is? Do you seriously not know who this woman is? What? Maybe they're in support of her because they're like, yeah, well, at least we know that she's like, we don't have to like raise a kid together, right? Also, you know, it's funny. Okay, so I remember, I think it was, I can't remember what it was. I can't remember if it was a Jodi Arias thing or if it was a Casey Anthony thing, but I remember actual Justice Warrior was doing a live stream about one of them. And he was saying like who he thought was hotter. And I think he was saying that Casey Anthony beats Jodi Arias. Like he thinks that she's cuter. And if I remember all of this correctly, Nate, the lawyer, was joining him and he was like, it was either him or his friend Alfie. I can't remember which one, but whoever it was like, what the what? And he was like, look, I mean, if you take away the stuff that they did, whatever, like, I'm just saying, like, Casey Anthony is cuter. And at first, like, I was like, I can't even think about that. Like, they're both disgusting. But then I did see that video of Casey Anthony yesterday. And I was like, you know, she is really pretty. And I have to say, I don't think Jodi Arias is very pretty. She is ugly as hell now. Okay. And she definitely got like very unattractive when she dyed her hair brown and all that. And when she was bleach blonde, and that was when she apparently was a smoke show, I didn't see like the smoke and hotness. I didn't see all that. I just saw a woman who wanted to be perceived as super sexual. And that's it. But I didn't see like a smoking hot, like, damn. Wow. I just saw a woman who was doing what she could to look sexual. You know what I mean? Now maybe for men, those are not two different things. But for me, like I personally look at that and I'm like, yeah, there's a woman who's sexualizing herself. And then there's a woman who's just like unbelievably hot. And like, Jodi Arias is not, I don't understand how like somebody could be cast under her spell, because I don't see her as like unbelievably hot. Now, I don't think Casey Anthony is unbelievably hot either. But I do think that she is pretty. And if you were to ask me to compare the two, like, I would go with Casey Anthony, like she's prettier. Now, I think this is the woman. Okay. So as I'm saying this, whoa, is that her? That's not her. As I'm saying this, there is a story of this lady here. Now she's Australian, but she apparently was like a bit of a man eater back in the day. She did end up murdering and skinning her boyfriend, and tried to feed him to her family. Like, she actually like cooked his body and like made plates, but then like put up plates and like set the table and everything for the kids to come over and eat their dad. And she even had some set aside for the dog. So that lady, I just have to say, if this lady is a seductress who has men under her spell, and like the dude that she murdered was even telling his coworkers and stuff, like, if something happens to me, it was her. Okay. So even he is like, I don't feel safe. But instead of being like, no, he just kept letting her come over. Her. So, when I do try to like, claim that somebody like Jodi Arias isn't very hot, I have to remember there are the Catherine Knights of the world who like, we're gonna look at Catherine Knight and then try to say that like this lady, like this woman, is objectively far more attractive than him. I just don't see somebody who's like, oh my god, wow, just a stunner. Like, I'm like, yeah, she's pretty, but she was ugly as fuck. It's like almost like Charlize Theron in Monster. Remember, like Charlize Theron? I mean, like, wow, in the early aughts, especially, like, holy smokes, just absolutely stunning. And then any dude who was like, she's so hot, and then saw Monster was like, I can't look at her the same way. And I feel that like that at I feel like that about Jodi Arias. Frank S with the $20. Beep, 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 beep. Casey Anthony has a Kickstarter for a new birth control. It's called the 2 years after pill. Oh my god. Oh my god, Frank. Oh, that makes me so sad for poor little Kaylee. Also, it shows you how creative Casey is, that like she couldn't even name her daughter like a name that was a little bit different from hers. She named, I'm Casey and this is Kaylee. Like, what the fuck? Like, I thought if I were to have kids, if I had girls, like, I would probably give them my middle names, potentially. But it would be my middle name, right? Like, it wouldn't be my first name. Should I tell you what I thought they might be? One of them wouldn't even been like going by the middle name. It would have been Elsa Brooke. I think that would have been a cute name. Elsa Brooke. And then if it was twin girls, which chances are that would be what they'd be. Or if I just had two girls, then it would be Elsa Brooke and Annalise Monroe. I thought would be very cute. And then, of course, depending on who the father is, I would probably figure out a way to do something creative like that with his names as well. Because I wouldn't want it like a junior of sorts, right? Which also, that's one of my favorite quotes I've ever read of Donald Trump's. Ivana was complaining. I think it was Ivana, right? Because that's who he has all the boys with, right? It's like all of that. Okay, anyway. So he was like, no, I don't want to name my son Donald. I don't want to name him after me. What if he becomes a loser? And that's why, I mean, come on. That's hilarious. We should be talking, that should be the quote that should be swirling around the internet all the time. No, I don't want to name my son Donald Jr. What if he's a loser? Cute. Oh, I don't know why that was cute, but whatever. Those are adorable names. Thank you. I thought those would be cute. And I would want to do something like something similar for the dad should we have boys. But our time is running out. Our time is running out. So chances of that being a thing are slim to none. And that's all right. Oh, you guys. Hold on, is this it? I made a Plotbot song. Remember when Plotbot was posting a bunch of weird stuff in the chat? I did a song. I got a song going. Oh yeah, so it starts right away. Tell me what you guys think, and if we should do like a different style. Okay, can you guys still hear it if I do this?
Black diamond, mud caviar, iced tea, and carrot cake, peanut butter, Swedish. The KGB was on mustard. Lesbian Visibility Week. Earl Grey tea in the Sahara. Going to jiu-jitsu in a party. Sack Life, Bitcoin, Bermuda Triangle, Area 51, talk dark.
Also, I just want to say I haven't even listened to it in its entirety. I just liked this one more.
Handsome, elitist music, play cello, accelerate to the singularity, ethical egoism, wear a suit and tie even though you're a woman. Join the Freemasons, coffee, be cerebral, sincere monster, calculating. I have a degree in neuroscience. I'm a visionary villain, become a witch, knowledge is power, join the Illuminati. Strategy, get authority from the UN. Water glasses, stopwatch, floor mirror. Yeah, still mortal to a drop in immunity. You Sebastian Bach, straight up germ. Even the pink bathrobes.
Wait. Oh, it's not going to start over? It's only like a minute in. And that last line, even the pink bathrobes, that's like the last of them.
Dolly, black diamond, Mont Blanc, caviar, iced tea and carrot cake, peanut butter, Swedish. The KGB was on mustard. Lesbian Visibility Week, Earl Grey tea in the Sahara, going to jiu-jitsu in a Porsche. Life, Bitcoin, Bermuda Triangle, Area 51, talk dark and handsome. Elitist music, play cello, accelerate to the singularity, ethical egoism, wear a suit and tie even though you're a woman. Join the Freemasons. Coffee, be cerebral. Sincere monster, calculating. I have a degree in neuroscience. I'm a visionary villain, become a witch. Knowledge is power, join the Illuminati. Strategy, get authority from the UN. Water, glasses, stopwatch, floor mirror. Yeah, still mortal to a drunken immunity. You Sebastian Bach straight on John. Even the big bathrooms.
So that's our first version of that song. Needs a second verse. Yeah, I'm thinking what I might have to do is go through other channels that I'm a mod on and find his comments and take those as well and add to it. Or if he pops up again, we're gonna have to just keep taking them. But yeah, thank you, Plotbot, for that song. I like that one. I like the I don't know. I like a lot of it. I think it suits what I was hoping for, just to be weird and cryptic and kind of creepy and bizarre. So, yes, everybody. That is the Plotbot song. Oh man. Oh, did I just exit out of Twitter completely? All right. I didn't realize. It's a great start. Yes. So keep your eye out for Plotbot. And if he starts saying weird shit again, just copy and paste it. Okay. On it. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Anytime you see him show up, just let me know and I'll see what kind of research I can do. Now, okay. I wasn't sure if I was going to get to this at all, but here we are. I saw this swirling around and I can't tell if this is like rage bait or not, but I am very bothered by it. Okay. I hate it. I hate it. And so I want to give you a breakdown of all of the reasons why this is a big no bueno. Okay. So this says, when my husband says he wants to eat his mom's cooking, but I've already prepared him his dinner. Right there, that should be a red flag to you. If you are the primary food maker, okay, whether it's for a romantic partner or let's say you have like an apartment with a couple of roommates and you often make food, or if you make food and you have like family coming over or what have you. Like I often make food for my brother, right? And so if he ever gives feedback that I'm like, oh, he doesn't really like this or whatever, I either don't make that food again or I change it or whatever, right? Like I'm not going to make him food that he makes it clear that he doesn't want. And then if he also is like, I want somebody else's cooking, that to me is like, oh, maybe I should probably, if I want to make food for this person, I should probably like get some tips or whatever, right? Like, so right here, it's just like, this is a sign that something's a little off, something's wrong. If you're trying to cook for somebody, especially if it's your husband, like especially if it's somebody that you're in a romantic / sexual relationship with, like, and it's a dude, because dudes, for the most part, it's not necessarily that they are wanting like excellent chef cooking. They just want they want a home cooked meal. Like I've learned that men, it doesn't have to be perfect. They would just prefer a home cooked meal, something that makes them feel like they are at home. And so if they're telling you like, I want my mom's cooking or somebody else's cooking, your cooking is not home to them. And that's a problem. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs, if you have to, essentially, you should be making it with love. And I don't think she's cooking with love. Okay. So here we go.
Make my babe some dinner today.
Make my babe some dinner today. Okay. Okay. What's in this bag? What is that in this bag? What is this? And also, if you're using packaged food to cook, like that's not there's nothing like terrible about that, but it's dinner. Don't serve it cold. You should at least be heating it up. My thought, I don't know what the slop is, but it needs to have like something added to it, maybe like vegetables or meat of sorts or something like that, but also seasoning, and it needs to be warmed up. Don't serve it cold. You just cut it out of the bag and then put it straight onto the plate. And look how big that serving is. For somebody who's not really interested in the food that you're making, that is torture.
Some good food.
But what is that?
That's gonna be.
Also, what are these hockey pucks here? What are these? This looks like it's supposed to be a fried thing of sorts, right? Like that looks like a breading that is supposed to be fried. So if that is cold enough for you to put your hands on, and also, I don't care what type of relationship you are in with somebody, whether, if like she's saying this to her husband. So I'm assuming they have sex with each other. So I don't care if you're that intimate with a person. Don't be putting your mitts on their food. Use tongs, use a spatula, use a serving spoon, something. Don't be putting your hands on it. But also if your fried food is so cold that you can put your hands on it, you need to heat it back up. Actually, at that point, it's not salvageable, really, because once you fry something and it cools down, it's over. Just start all over again.
Really good.
But what is that? What is that? And why does he need 3 of them? If he doesn't even like this, why does he need 3 of them? Oh, man. Sorry for the lip smacking noises. Again, with putting your grubby mitts on here. And then what is this? Pickled herring or something like that? Why aren't you using a serving spoon of sorts? Why can't you scoop it up? Like you used a fork to stab for it yourself instead of grabbing it out with your grubby mitts and then shoving it in your face. Why can't you use a serving spoon or something?
A 3-spoon, Papa?
No.
And then got some good mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes are one of the easiest things that you can make and make really good and you can tell because of this what is it? Measuring cup. She microwaved it. This is what is it called? I keep wanting to say synthetic potatoes, but this is boxed mashed potatoes. This is packaged mashed potatoes. These are not potatoes that she mashed herself. All you have to do with a mashed potato is you don't even have to peel them. You can just boil them. Okay, you cube them, you boil them, and then if you do want to have the skins taken off, then you put them in the colander and you by hand can just peel them off. You don't have to like actually use a peeler, and then you just put them back in to the pot with a shit ton of butter and like heavy whipping cream and shit like that. And then depending on the route you're going, you can put like some minced garlic, not from the jar, like fresh garlic that you mince yourself. And I'm telling you, I've already said it before. Like I'm not a chef. Like I'm not a pro, but like I've done these things a few times and I've made it to where I find it to be edible. And many people have asked me to make it again. So I'm assuming that I'm pretty good at it. Again, not to the point where I'm going to be working as a chef in a restaurant anytime soon, but my family will still be fed quite well. You don't have to use packaged mashed potatoes to feed your family. You can boil some potatoes and mash the shit out of them yourself.
This is really good.
Oh,
little cucumber.
the look on his face. He's stressed. Also, oh my God, the beans. What purpose do these beans serve? They're again cold out of the can. I think that's pinto beans. Okay, so you have slop, hockey pucks, pickled herring, and mashed potatoes. What are we doing with the beans? And why is it cold? Why do you need cold beans on a plate with mashed potato? There's no cohesiveness to the flavor palette here. Like the hockey pucks, I'm still trying to figure what they look like to me. I'm not 100% positive. What it looks like it's supposed to be to me is chicken patties, like fried chicken patties. But if that's what it is, why do you have the pickled herring on there? And what is that slop? What is the slop? So I don't even understand what the slop is. But what's the beans look disgusting. And why? And they're cold. Why would you ever put cold beans on somebody's plate if you love them? Why would you do that?
Made him little cucumbers.
And then I made him little cucumbers to be healthy. If you are adding a vegetable to your dinner needs to be warm, okay? Dinner needs to be warm. You don't have to have fresh raw veggies with every single meal. If you are going to have something quote unquote healthy, you can have a salad on the side and you can chop up those cucumbers and put that in the salad. But like he could, the cucumber, like this could just be a snack throughout the day to be healthy. Like this isn't helping this travesty of a meal.
Healthy, like a vegetable,
and not to mention the fact the portion sizes here with all of this disgustingness, like the cucumbers ain't helping you, honey. The calorie count here is horrendous. She didn't even make gravy to go with those potatoes. Now, I'm not a huge gravy person. Like there's certain kind of gravies that I don't like. I did find a chicken gravy recipe that I do really like. And I would make that for the mashed potatoes. Because again, it's boxed mashed potatoes, so there isn't really like any flavor there. You'd want to do something with it to make it like edible.
It looks so delicious.
It does not look delicious at all. Look at him; he's just standing there like. Oh, that poor little kid.
Hello?
Oh, that little kid's very cute.
Is that yummy?
It's like a doggy patty.
Oh, but don't say that.
Yikes. Don't ever, if you love somebody, don't ever do something like that to them. There's nothing about that it looks edible. Canned beans, heat them up. Dry ass chicken patty. Okay, that's what it looked like to me. It was like a fried chicken patty. And if that's what it is, then it is way too cold and she needs to throw them away. You should not be able to put your grubby mitts onto a fried chicken patty. Instant. Yes, there we go. Instant mashed potatoes. This has to be a trolling video. I feel like it is, but like what a waste of food. And like, I mean, I guess none of that was really like food. Maybe these are Thanksgiving leftovers just 5 months too late. What are you push-ups? If he was watching, he would know that did not make sense at all. I want to try a Courtney meal. You know, one of these days, maybe we'll do like some type of a meetup where I can just make food. I'll make steak and baked potatoes. Oh my God, divorce her. She nuked all of it. I am telling you, like, I just can't even imagine, like, I'm looking at it like, is she eating that? I mean, she was like eating that pickled herring or whatever it might have been. Like it was the best thing ever. So, but the rest of that shit, is she eating that? Like she looks so delicious. Like what in there looks good? The cold beans And the fact that he's just sitting there acting like he needs to feel bad when it's like she didn't make any of this stuff. She cut open a bag of slop. So she didn't make that. She put cold chicken patties or something, hockey pucks, on a plate with her grubby mitts. She dumped a can of beans on your plate. Like the closest thing she did to making anything, she added water and some flakes to a measuring cup and threw it in the microwave. Like there's nothing offensive about you going, I'm not eating this. Who the fuck eats an entire can of beans? Even if they were warmed up, an entire can, just alone? What? Feeding that to someone you love is suspect. Yeah. Well, and also like, it's so funny because, women, that there is like a bit of ego when it comes to cooking food. Like I remember when my sister came to visit last, like I had some leftover steaks, and I think I told the story before. Like I had some leftover steaks in the fridge, and I was just gonna like eat them cold, like just chop them up and put them in a salad or something. But like they really wanted to try them out, and I was like, okay, I don't think it's gonna be very good because they wanted to heat it up, and I was like, I don't think it's gonna be very good because it's cold right now, and so it's gonna have to like become room temperature first if I'm gonna even like warm it up for it to taste good. But I was like, whatever, let's just go for it. And I did, and they were all like, oh my God, this is so good. And I was like, okay. But they were like, Mom, let Aunt Courtney like make a steak sometime. And so that same night, so that was like when they first got in, like they like stopped by my house for a little bit before they went to their Airbnb. So that night we went over to go to my brother and I went over to their place or their Airbnb for dinner, and we were hanging out and all that stuff. And my brother was like, because the boys were still saying something about like the steaks or whatever. And my brother was like, yeah, you should definitely consider having Courtney make dinner one night, because like she's quite the chef. And then on the inside, I was like, woman, I am a woman. Like, because like in my mind, I'm thinking, I mean, if I was in a romantic relationship with a guy, he would say that because like he's gonna get something out of it later, right? Like I'm gonna be like, but this is my brother. The only thing he's gonna get out of it later is that I'm gonna make him food again. So if it was bad, then he wouldn't be trying to get more food, right? Like he wouldn't be saying something like that, because then he's just gonna get punished with more food if it was bad. So I'm like, obviously he was telling the truth, because there's nothing, he doesn't benefit from it for lying. He doesn't benefit from lying. And I was like, that's right. And so having that experience, like I know, like as a woman, yes, there's like our ego gets boosted when we can cook something. I'm speaking Italian, but there's a big old ego boost when we're able to make food and the people that we love like it and they want more of it, whether it is, siblings, cousins, extended family, immediate family, or romantic partners. You're like, when people are saying you're a good cook. And you could tell in that video that woman was trying to brag, like, oh my God, look what we're doing. And like, oh, he said he wanted his mom's cooking, but I already made him food. Girl, you didn't make anything, first of all. Nothing there was made. You cut open a bag, you opened a can, you threw something in a microwave. What, you cut up some cucumbers for no reason? Because even if you were to like be heating up like already prepared foods, right? Like, let's say you're like, okay, we're gonna do like chicken nuggets and tater tots and maybe some mac and cheese. Like maybe it's pre-made mac and cheese like the one from Costco, right? Like you just throw it in the oven for a little while. It's just uh that that right there, it's like, okay, I'm gonna get the good mac and cheese at least. I'm not gonna do like Kraft mac and cheese. We'll get the good mac and cheese, but you can still throw in chicken nuggets or whatever, tater tots, but you can pick the good ones that are edible. And then, hey, tater tots, chicken nuggets. Well, we have to have the Chick-fil-A sauce, right? You pick out certain things that elevate it, that make it a little bit better, so that like it's more enjoyable. Like if you're going through, like if you're doing already prepared foods, okay, for whatever reason, whether you're tired and you just don't feel like having to like really go with making like taking the time to like make a bunch of shit or whatever. Maybe you struggle with a disability and like actually cooking is very difficult or even almost damn near impossible. And so like utilizing prepackaged foods or already prepared foods is something that you have to do. That's fine. You can still pick out good food that is going to be enjoyable for yourself and your partner or your family or whoever. Like, I'm not saying that you have to be an excellent chef. You have to you have to rival Gordon Ramsay and Rachel Ray or whoever. I don't know. I'm saying make it edible. That's all. Okay, it's getting very warm in here. Ugh. Oh no. Oh no. Well, I'll just do this. Yeesh. All right. Anyway, that lady definitely really pissed me off a lot. Like that was really frustrating to watch because I just feel like that had to have been rage bait or something. There's just no way. No way that was like that was real. Oh, hey, no, come back. There we go. All right. Now, the chat's getting pervy. See, I almost did a little drop so you didn't see that, but you know what? I just didn't care. I didn't care anymore. So we're going to watch this guy again. I love him. Let him go. I really need a duck and some bongos. Look at him. I'm mesmerized by this little guy. He's so cute. What a baby. I really want a duck and some bongos. Should I add that to the list for my fundraiser? I need a tank and a helicopter and a cannon, a flamethrower, a copy of Mein Kampf, a duck, bongos, and to restore my my Jetta. Okay. On that note, is there anything else that we need to discuss today? Try recreating that with one of the dogs. Well, I have to say, so Chungus would just sit there because I pick her up and she just. Oh, I thought I saw her come around the corner. She'll just. Penelope might, but it's more out of like being scared because she doesn't like her feet. She needs her feet supported, her back feet to be supported when she's up in the air. Cricket, I might be able to train her to do it, but I don't know. I feel like it might take a minute. God, yeah, that duck is really cute. All right, well, here, while we're trying to figure out what's next, I need to use the facilities. I forgot that Jonathan Davis beatboxed and scatted in Freak on a Leash. Does anybody remember this? Go! That guy became a millionaire from that, by the way. Here I am doing that for free, and homie was getting millions of dollars to do that on stage every night. But like seriously, how come we didn't talk about that more? Jonathan Davis is over here with his dreadlocks. And we just accepted it. We turned him into a millionaire. What? We did that. We were like, this is perfect. Thank you, Jonathan Davis. I mean, for crying out loud, nowadays he would have been protested and harassed, I think, for the cultural appropriation. Corn Prodigy mashup, please. Go! Oh man. Subscribe for more of that. Yeah. Oops. Oh, hey, she drinks out of a jar too. Maybe she learned it from Zelda like I did. No, I learned it from not having like actual glassware. Oh, right. I keep forgetting that pores don't have stuff. I mean, I have that one construction glass that I stole. So, like, I have stuff. I just don't have, like, a bunch of stuff. Or, like, I don't even know if you call it fancy. Just, you know, it's, like, pretty typical. And I just have, like, I have stuff. But, I mean, you're right. Like, pores are pretty limited on the things that they have. You guys, I almost have enough subscribers to finally be able to raid people. Let's see here. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, so I still only have 500 only. Still have 595 subscribers. If I get 5 more, I from what it looks like, I can finally start rating people, and then. But you know what? Here's the thing. I need to put out some more videos. It's just I don't like watching myself. So, but like that was the one time my channel grew really, really fast, like the quickest, like boop, 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 was when I like was putting out a video, like a couple of videos a week. I have to do that again. It's just annoying because like, well, maybe I'll try it again. My phone doesn't like to download stuff from OneDrive anymore because it wants to pretend like it doesn't have any memory left, even though like I keep deleting so much shit off of it. So there's also that. Keanu's here. Hello. Girl, we just went over like a whole roller coaster of emotions here. Let me tell you about all the things that have just happened. We watched Casey Anthony's body cam video from when she called the police on a woman for throwing a drink on her. And then let's just watch some of the things that we went over. Let's just revisit some of these things. Here, I love this dog. I just realized what song that was too. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, and the doggy is singing it to his new friend. Oh my God. That makes me so happy. I mean, the dog, I don't even know if the dog knows what song that is, but that. Oh, because the doggy is so happy. Oh, I'm crying. How cute. And then this is my new, I need a duck and some bongos. Check this out. Look at this guy. Oh, Vengeance Demon. Courtney and Keanu dressed to impress stream soon, please. I love Keanu getting banned from his chat for being so mean to a bunch of 12-year-olds. Keanu, do you want to play dress to impress right now? Throw in a round before we end the stream. Oh, and then of course this one was also something that I really very much loved was
you don't have the cards.
It's Donald Trump and Zelensky playing Risk.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having
Not playing
cards. Right now, you don't.
I'm
You're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're
I'm
gambling
the
with the
president
lives
in
of
war.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III.
Influence.
You're right now not in a very.
It's funny every time. It's just funny every time. I love it. Okay, and then this one was also very important to me. This woman enraged me more than anything. We start off here with when my husband says he wants to eat his mom's cooking, but I've already prepared him his dinner. Okay, I'm already like, he's asking for somebody else's cooking. There's a problem. Look at this. Look at all these things that she does.
Some dinner today. I think we got some good food.
She cut open a bag of slop. Okay, didn't heat it up, didn't add anything to it, nothing. Just cut open a bag of slop, put the entire thing there. Then she took.
My babe some
Oops.
dinner today. I think we got some good food.
Then she took what appears to be. It looks to me like it's hockey pucks or the furniture mover slidey things, something like that. But I think it's supposed to be like a fried chicken something or other, and if it looks like it's supposed to be fried, it appears that it's supposed to be fried. If you are serving fried food and you can comfortably touch your grubby mitts to it, it is too cold, throw it away.
That's gonna be really good.
Then she uses her grubby mitts to put pickled herring, I believe, on his plate. She can't even use a serving spoon of sorts.
A 3-spoon, Papa?
Then she takes microwaved instant mashed potatoes.
And then got some good
Mashed potatoes is like the easiest thing to make. You just boil it and mash it, right? Like it.
This is really good.
Now, granted, I say this as a person who's like made mashed potatoes. I was in charge of mashed potatoes for years and years for Thanksgiving. So like,
I made him.
And then she takes a can of beans and dumps the entire thing onto his plate. She doesn't heat it up, nothing. But also, what does a can of beans have to do with this meal? She has frozen hockey pucks and instant potatoes, slop, and pickled herring. Where do the beans fit in? The beans make no sense. And now she's going to be like, and then I put some cucumbers here to be healthy.
Cucumbers to be healthy.
You can eat cucumbers throughout the day. Cucumbers are great as like a snack, not for your dinner. Dinner needs to be warm. You need to have dinner should be warm. You can't like unless you're making like a nice crunchy salad on the side. If you chop up the cucumbers and put it in a salad, fine, but don't put it on the main plate. Your dinner plate is warm. You can have a nice crunchy, fresh, chilled salad on the side, but your dinner plate is to be a hot meal.
Like a vegetable, and here's the plate. It looks so delicious.
It looks so delicious. Look at him sitting in the corner. Oh my God.
Hello?
That little kid is really cute.
Hi. Is that yummy?
No gravy or anything for the dry potatoes.
But don't say that.
It enrages me. I just don't know if it should be real. She's torturing her entire family. I know. Like, it just like. DTI stream 6. Wait, hold on. At 6? Like 45 minutes from now? Or would it be only the 6th stream of the only what? What am I saying? We've done more than 6 streams, right? 6 DTI streams. Oh, before I forget, KJ Fury coming in with a $5 to go. Woo! All right. Woo. Okay. It's gruel. Yeah. This is what they feed the orphans. Yeah. It's like that weird shit in the bag. It's like the stuff that they send to third world countries to people that haven't eaten in a long time. And you have to like ease them into eating again. Yes. Ice cold salad, warm dinner. Yes. You're, yeah, or 6:15. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. Okay. I like that. 3 p.m. Pacific. Yeah. That would be, yeah. Cause it's like 2:18 right now. So I'm assuming 6 Eastern, which would be, yeah, something like an hour or something roughly from now. I'm down. I'm into it. A little DTI. We haven't done it in so long and people are asking. We got to give the people what they want, you know? But yeah, no, the dinner situation, we can't be doing that. Like you can't, first of all, I look at that and I'm like, I wouldn't make that for myself. That's where you've got to start with it is like, if you're making food for yourself, you should want to eat it. Okay. And then if you're going to make food for other people and you're going to be like, oh, you want your mom's cooking, but I already made you food. Fucking step up to the plate, make it edible. You should not be making food. That's not food. A can of cold beans? Why would you eat a can of cold beans? Who eats? And the entire can. Here's the thing. Men I know, yes, they eat big portions, whatever. That's fine. An entire can of beans is still a huge portion for one dude, especially when you have like all this other food going on the plate. Why would you need nobody wants to eat an entire can of beans. Especially when it's freezing cold. And just hanging out next to instant mashed potatoes and hockey pucks. I feel so bad for that man. But fellas, this is don't be trying to lock shit down until they've made you a meal. And you know what? Actually, this takes me back to the to when I was like, God, 25, 25-ish. I had a friend who was like, "You're being too nice to this dude," because I really liked him. Was like, "What do you mean?" And like he came over and like I had snacks. Like I was like, I'm kind of hungry, and so like I put out some snacks, and it wasn't anything like over the top. It was just like some like vegetables with hummus and stuff. Like it was just like shit that I like to eat. And she was like, "No, you have to like." She said that I read this book called Why Men Love Bitches, and so like you have to do. You have to like be mean. And I was like, well, that sucks because I don't want to be mean if I like somebody. And one of the things she was saying was like, yeah, don't give them food that they like or want to eat or whatever. Slice up some hot dogs and put some ketchup on the side and then shove little toothpicks in there and like enjoy or whatever. And I'm like, what? And I'm just going to tell you something, guys. Assume you're stuck with that forever. Stop putting us in a position that we have to play games and like, no, you can't. Now, granted, let's stop bending over backwards and just giving everything all up front to ladies. But like, I'm not. If I want to eat, like, if I'm at a point where like I have to deal with sliced cold hot dogs with ketchup on the side because I want carrots and hummus, but that's too good, and men don't like that or whatever. Like, fuck off. I want to be alone. Like this kind of shit is crazy because like that man, he just put up with cold sliced hot dogs with ketchup on the side, and now he's eating hockey pucks and gruel. However, if he would have been nicer to the woman who just wanted to eat something that was edible, he'd be in a different situation. That's just how it is. So I mean, it does go both ways. Like Tree of Logic, she talks about it a lot where like women will just like basically give the wife treatment to a guy and like, why would he marry you if he's just getting this without marrying you? Which is true. Like, don't be going over to his house and like cleaning his place and da da da. Like, no. However, like you go over to his house and it's all messy, then you go, oh, I don't want to hang out here. I'm gonna go home. You can clean your apartment, and maybe I'll come back. I'm not fucking cleaning your apartment for you. But if I'm gonna be at my home and I'm making dinner or whatever for myself, I don't want to like stop what I'm doing and then have to eat something gross because of you. Because I have to like play games with you or whatever. It's just dumb. Carrots and hummus are fine. Hot dogs go with everything. That's right. That is right. Hot dogs. Hot dogs are the best. The best. How do I word this? How do you word it? I don't know how to word it now, but essentially if your friend helps you get pregnant with not their baby, but they're helping you get pregnant anyway, getting hot dogs afterwards is the best way to follow that activity up. If you don't want to clean, hire a maid service. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, here's the thing, like, ladies, if you go over to a dude's house and it's messy, don't clean for him. Okay? You can leave and go like, this is uncomfortable. I don't want to be here. You can clean it up. And let's not be afraid to be alone. Let's not be afraid to be away from a person. I get it if you like them and you're enjoying it. I've been there before, and that's actually why I really want to preach this is like companionship is important, and it's okay to like want to be spending time with somebody, but if they're not going to put forth any effort to be spending time with you, to the point where like you go over to their place and it's messy and you're afraid to leave and say like, this is gross, like you should be cleaning, this place should have been cleaned before I got here. This is actually kind of disrespectful, so I'm gonna leave. If you're too afraid to do that because you're afraid that they're not going to call you later or whatever, then just leave and never come back. That person is not for you. They should never put you in a situation where you're afraid that you're not going to hear from them, or that they feel like, or that you feel like they don't really like, you're only, oh, this is my only chance to see them for a while. No, they're not for you. But again, I've been there. I've had that exact feeling about a person before. And now I am so thankful that they're not in my life. The best thing that ever happened was us not talking to each other ever again. The guy is an asshole, and I let him treat me like shit because I enjoyed his company and I found him to be attractive, and I genuinely really liked him. And I didn't think that that I was good enough for him to like me back. Turns out I was wrong about a lot of things, about liking him. It's not worth it. Your quality of life is going to go down the drain. You're better off just, no thanks, bye. This was very rude. Call it good. I don't know how anyone can be around someone all the time. I need my alone time to be quiet by myself. Yeah, like that's I love my alone time, my battery recharge moment. Yeah, it's good to be by yourself. Sometimes I'm even like, I mean, I love my dog so much, but sometimes I'm like, listen, you guys need to pretend like you're not in the room. You just go to sleep, stop, pipe down. Something. I love you so much, my baby Duke. Man, they are casted today. We had a really good walk. Like a really, really good one. Yeah, gross. I just please, if you are afraid of being alone or away from a certain person that you enjoy being in the company of, and you like think that you're not going to hear from, they're not for you. They're not for you. Ladies, there's something that I heard a long time ago that really was helpful for me. If he likes you, you'll know. If he doesn't, you'll be confused. Okay? But it's just this little, you should never wonder if you're going to hear from him again if you leave. Nope. And if you feel that way, then no bueno. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. So, but when you're making food for people you love, don't friggin' do that crap. If you're making dinner, okay, your grubby little mitts should not be able to touch the dinner. It should be that's too cold. Throw it away, start over, okay? If you let's see here. What else? I don't know. There's so many things about that stupid plate that woman put together that just is like fucking terrible. Absolutely terrible. But fellas, stop putting us in positions where we feel like we have to play games like that. Like, oh, I'm going to slice up cold hot dogs and put ketchup on the side. And that's I'm such a good cook. I don't want to have to do that. Okay. I don't want to have to fucking put on that stupid charade. All right. So if you're the kind of guy where I have to do that song and dance for, I don't want anything to do with you. I want to be able to make a good meal that I find to be edible. And I want you to be able to enjoy it, not demanding like you better like it. No, I'm just saying like I want to make something that like you actually like. Okay? I feel like if I were to be a wife, my goal in life is to have you fed, nutted, and tucked into bed by 9 p.m. Okay? That's what I gotta do. There's between like 5 and 9 p.m. I've got like basically 2 duties, all right? I'm just making food, you're eating it, bang it out, night night. If this becomes an issue, then it's not going to work. Okay, we can change the hours of it. Okay, if you want to be in bed by like I don't know 10 or 11 or whatever, we can switch it around. But we're not. If wanting to do that is going to cause you to be weird about our relationship, then it's not for us. Okay, don't even try. As God intended. Yes, thank you. That's what I feel. You had my heart at nutted. I feel like, is that not? See, I'm going over your nose. Courtney, it's perfect. Yeah, I just feel like that's how it should be. And if we're going off track here, if we're going a different route, I don't want anything to do with it. Okay, it's too complicated. I don't know what your deal is. Like, figure your shit out. Maybe you're gay. I don't know. Maybe you hate good food. Maybe you need to marry that weird lady with her pickled herring and her frozen hockey pucks. I don't know. She really stressed me out. All right. Are we sure that was a lady? I don't know. Her butthole lips told me that she had some work done on her face. Is she a lady?
think we got some good food.
I don't know. I mean, it looks pretty ladylike to me. Or allergies. Yeah, maybe a bee stung her face. I don't know. But yeah, no, she had me like annoyed. Hold on a second. I shut my phone off because of the weird headphone situation we were having. Okay. Yay! So Keanu says, I'll send a link in a few. I'll schedule it for 6:15. Cool. Okay. Do. Hold, please. Okay. Well, I can't see balls. It's a lady. Just like mom used to throw on a plate. I know. And you know what's the crazy thing is, like, I was raised by a single mom. Okay. She was working full time and she still would like have food on the table. Like we would have fried chicken and potato salad. Lasagna was another one that she'd made a lot. There was even like a beef stew that I didn't really love, but like she would make that one a lot. Sometimes we would have top ramen surprise. Not her best work. Also, when she would make lasagna, she would have a bunch of leftover lasagna noodles and she would chop them up and then make like a butter noodle. And sometimes we would just have that. But yeah, like, I mean, it just depended on where we were at financially. Like sometimes we would have like a poor person food. Sometimes we would have like another not a poor person food. There was a point in time too when I was like in middle school, where things were, going a little different for us. And she had a boyfriend, and then like that boyfriend lived with us, and then they rented out a huge house where the boyfriend's brother lived downstairs, and so there was a lot of rent money coming in and all that. But anyway, every Sunday we would have like a Sunday, like a traditional, we would call it big breakfast, but like I call it Sunday breakfast, which is like, a traditional American breakfast: bacon, eggs, hash browns. Did we do French toast? I think we did French toast. And yeah, and then also like English muffins and stuff like that. And so like, food was on the table, no matter how poor we were, no matter how hard everybody was working, whatever. Like we always had like food that you make yourself, food that you make on the table. And I mean, I'll admit, punching microphones. I'll admit, like, I wasn't, a crazy good cook for many a year, but in the last like 5 years or so, I really like started honing my craft. And I see the importance when you make food for people you love. You can see the importance of actually making food. And again, like, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'll make spaghetti. And there's nothing special about it. Like I just have Italian sausage and ground beef, and I season the ground beef, and then I heat those up together. And then I put the arrabbiata, how do you say it, sauce. And then, I boil noodles. There's nothing fancy about it. It doesn't take long, but that alone is like, that is appreciated. It's edible. It's spaghetti. Like spaghetti, I mean, like, how do you fuck spaghetti up, right? And yeah, it's a good meal. It's a good warm meal to be able to come home to. It's just frustrating. I see that and I'm just like, I can't fucking believe I'm not even like, I wouldn't even call myself like a good cook or whatever. It's just, Who the fuck taught her that that was edible at all? Chrissy Mayer's boobs. Once you realize recipes are puzzles that you can eat, it's a game changer. Kind of, yeah. I mean, it's just like, I don't know, like you eat, like there were a couple of times when I was perfecting my burger game, and I would essentially make like a big batch of burger patties, and they were all like kind of seasoned a little bit differently. And now I go super simple. Just Worcestershire, or however you fucking say that thing, okay? You just 1 teaspoon per pound of meat. Call it good. Don't fuck with it. And then you use the plastic cheese. And you're good. But like you eat food made by other people and you're like, this is good, this isn't, whatever. And then you just kind of take that and then go with it. Like, how do I make this taste like that one? I just don't know why it like that lady really triggered me. She upset me a lot. Cheddar on burger or GTFO? What do you mean cheddar? Like a real cheddar cheese? I'm telling you, try it with a Kraft single. Try it with a Kraft single. When you do the American cheese, it'll change your life. I realized this, it's really funny. So I realized this, I got my groceries delivered and they accidentally delivered a bag that did not belong to me. And it had Velveeta slices in it. And I was like, what the fuck am I going to do with this? So one day I was just like, okay, I'm making cheeseburgers. I'm just going to slap some of these on here. And I was like, you know what? This actually is reminiscent of the burger that I was eating from this restaurant. There's this restaurant that oh my God, I loved them. And they're just their basic ass cheeseburger. I was like, this thing is addicting, and I couldn't stop eating them. So when I ate my own burger, I feel like that is so suggestive. But when I made a burger and I ate it, and I put the plastic cheese on there, I was like, wow, this is like exactly like that burger from that restaurant. And I'm never going back. And it was just my Worcestershire patty, okay, with the Kraft single slice, or this one was Velveeta, whatever. Okay, you get the hamburger pickle chips, okay, lettuce, tomato, onion, okay, not in that order. Then you got your Thousand Island special sauce, whatever, okay. And then like a sesame seed bun. Or you can church it up a little bit with the bun, just not the cheap kind. That's not like, don't go too cheap with the bun. That was it. It was so good. I couldn't stop eating them. I don't trust the UK. I don't trust France. Neither do I. I don't trust Germany. Neither do I. Israel's off doing their thing. Well, I don't trust them either. Iran is circle jerking itself. Don't trust them. Turkey is like, what the fuck, man? No, I don't trust any of them. Especially France. France is the worst. Okay. All right, I'm going to wrap this up because we have some DTI to get ready for. Okay. I'm checking to see if she scheduled it yet. What am I doing? What a ding dong. Keanu C. Thompson. Okay, not yet. But I was going to link it in the chat. But yeah, so we're going to do that in like a half an hour. But I need to make sure that the dogs are get to go out and have a moment, because they will get they'll get a little upset, and things are not going to go very well if they don't have a little bit of time with their mom for a brief moment. You know what I'm saying? If you get to choose a theme in DTI, please suggest Ukraine. Oh my God. You do have to pay for the theme, but we'll see. Maybe we'll be feeling a little, what's the word? I don't know. Fucking something. Anyway, I got to get up and start. Oh, wait. Hold on. We have to look at this guy real quick, because this guy, I don't know why his lady got mad at him. Hey, shrink down.
Somebody else put that label on there.
That doesn't mean we need it. Why would you
Yes,
buy
it does.
that much cheese?
Because I was trying to FaceTime you, and you wouldn't answer the phone.
Your
So I
fault.
made an executive decision.
I love it.
I didn't do anything wrong. I saw something labeled at a price, and I bought
I'm on his side.
it.
And how much did you pay for that?
Approximately $10.44.
$10.44 for that thing. And she's mad.
How many pounds of cheese is
Probably
that?
like 20, maybe more.
And what are we going to do?
No clue.
Who cares? It's like 20 pounds of cheese.
It's about 20 pounds of Parmesan. You are really proud of yourself, aren't you?
Yeah.
44 pounds of
4
cheese?
pounds of Parmesan cheese. I'm not going to lie. He seems a little hammered.
Somebody else put that label on there.
So I support him. I'm on his side. Yeah. You know what? You see 40 pounds of cheese accidentally priced at $10. Get it. We will do something with it. Exactly what? I don't know yet. But we'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I'm going to be looking up all sorts of Parmesan recipes. We're going to have the best time with all of our cheese. So I don't know what his wife's problem is. Also, it's a $10 purchase. Like, why would you care? Like, I'd be like, why did you go to Starbucks today? Because I wanted coffee. I mean, what are you going to do with the coffee? Drink it? What? Right? It's $10. If he spent like $500, then I'd be like, okay, hold on. What? What are we doing? This is crazy. But $10? It's $10 for 44 pounds of cheese. Yeah. Don't call me and waste your time. What if somebody else snatches it up while you're calling me? Fucking throw it in the cart. Go. Let's do this. We're not worried about anything. Now we have 44 pounds of cheese. We're set. So anyway, I'm going to go. I'm going to stretch, and I'm going to let the dogs out and do all of that. And then, yeah, what's wrong? It keeps. It's cheese. Look, what do you mean? What are we going to do with that? You're going to eat the cheese. Eat the cheese. You're going to eat the cheese. Team cheese. Exactly. Team cheese. You're going to eat the cheese. What else? You're going to eat the cheese. Buy the cheese. Yay, Frank with the $20. Here you go, Courtney. Now you can buy 80 pounds of cheese. Yes. 80 pounds of cheese. 80 pounds of cheese. 80 pounds of cheese, 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 cheese. I love cheese. I think we figured that one out. But like, who the hell like asks what you're gonna do with cheese? What are we gonna do with that cheese? What the fuck do you think we're gonna do with the cheese? I'll melt this cheese and douse my body in it. Just cover myself in cheese. All right. So anyway, on that note, let me just double check and see. I don't think Keanu has scheduled the stream yet, but we are going to do a Dress to Impress stream soon. So, oops, no, that's not what I want. Stop. We're doing it all wrong. Okay. Eesh. Okay, so there we go. Yeesh. There we go. We're going to take a minor break, regroup. There's Keanu's channel. The stream hasn't been scheduled yet. That's fine. And so I shall be receiving a link soon. And we're going to play some Dress to Impress. So thank you, everybody. A special thank you to everybody who sent us, well, yeah, her, some super chats. Thank you everybody for putting up with me during Casey Anthony and that lady, that terrible cook lady. Hated it. Okay. And yes. So we'll be back in like a half hour-ish, and we're going to be dressed to impressing or freaking whatever. I don't know. I don't even know what day it is today, but I'll figure that out too. All right. Love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye. I guess that just means we're having to do this again. Oh, no.
To an end, stars are fading, lights descend. Thank you for this time we spent. Memories shared, hearts well mend. We had such a great time here. Laughter, love, and moments dear. Every smile, every cheer. Now it's time to disappear. Oh, I will miss you till we meet again. Take care, my friend, my heart will tend. Until the day we start anew, forever hold on nights to you. Walking out into daylight, city's glow turns into night. Hold these moments nice and tight. In my dreams you'll shine so bright. Every goodbye leaves a trace of a night we can't replace. Take care in every space. Till next time we will embrace. Oh, brace. I will miss you till we meet again. Take care, my friend, my heart will tend. Until the day we start anew, forever hold on nights to you. Holy goodbye leaves a trace of a night we can't replace. Take care in every space. Till next time we will embrace. Oh, I will miss you till we meet again.